big word I'll come back to for shooting is identity. There's a difference between being someone who can make shots and someone who is a shooter. I don't think there's anything wrong with just being a guy who can make shots. I think there's plenty of guys who are like that, and that it's good. You need a lot of guys on the court who can make shots. But when you're a shooter, you're the one to kind of set the tone and to set the stage, and you're the one who stays true to that identity as a shooter in the highs and the lows. Steph Curry, one night goes 0 for 10, and 4 days later he goes 13 for 17 from 3. True. When you're a shooter, you go 0 for 10. You don't stop at 4. When you're a guy who makes shots, you only do it when you're feeling good, and there is a big difference. But the reason you do that is because you as a shooter that's your identity. That's who you are. That's me on the basketball court. It might not be all of you, but it might be a part of you if you really want to be that. I think often as coaches, especially at the youth level, but just anywhere, it's so easy to forget that your players need to know who they are. You can refer to it as a role, but it goes deeper than that. It goes just to the depths of how they see themselves and how they kind of find their way and their way of contribution on the court. It starts with how they view themselves. Maybe it's as a defender, maybe it's as a rebounder, maybe it's as an enforcer, maybe it's as a facilitator. It could be any number of things. But if it's a shooter, you got to give the freedom for the shooter to be himself. There were plenty of times, frankly, I didn't give this off, but you wouldn't have known it if you watched me play, but there was plenty of times that I kind of just wish I could stop at 0 for 3. But I couldn't, because I was a shooter. That's how I identified myself, and I might not have understood it at the time, but that really was the dynamic at play. Who am I? If you're a shooter, you shoot.